to this live session. I know it's a bit impromptu. Not a bit. I just woke up this morning. I don't know what I was looking for on YouTube, but then I saw that you can go live on your mobile now. Like you can go live on your phone. Formerly, it used to be just restricted to your laptop, but I saw that you can go live on your phone. So I said, this would be a nice feature to try and also to catch up with my community members. It's been a while I went live, and usually when I take a break from going live and then I come back, it's usually like a struggle because I'm not very, I'm usually not very comfortable, and I'm dealing with a lot of butterflies in my stomach. So it's glad to be, I'm glad to be here, and it's good to be back, showing my face live. And I hope that as many people as can will be able to join me today and we can talk. So, hi, I see one person. Hmm, hello. I'm just waiting for some people to join me this morning. Hi, Ebehi. Great to see you. Great to see you. Thank you for joining my impromptu live session. So, like I said, I saw that YouTube had this feature and then I could go live on my phone finally. And so I decided to show up live and see if I can take some few questions and share my journey so far. How has caking been? How is the business, Ebehi? How is it going? Let me just take this backwards a bit. Yeah. So how is your business going? And how is everything? I don't intend to make a long video anyway, to stay live for long, but I just want to see if I can attend to some persons, so some questions, and then also share with you all, and then I'll go off. So let me know if you can hear me in the comments, please. So I'm just trying to see if I can go live on Instagram as well, but I'm not too sure I can do that. Yeah. So how is business, Ebehi? And the other person that has joined me. I think I know who joined. So let me just go straight ahead anyway. When other people join us, they'll be able to catch the replay and see the video as well. I was going to share what I planned sharing in addition to questions. If anybody has questions, is to talk about my K journey so far. And like you all know, it's not news. I relocated from Nigeria to the UK, and starting my journey all over again has just been simply amazing. It's been full of learning curves. I've learned so many things in the process, and it's just giving me an insight into what it is starting your cake business like in these times. So I started my cake business 12 years ago, over 10 years ago. So officially over 10 years ago. And I've been doing the business for that long. So I've garnered experiences, I've learned from scratch. So I learned from scratch. I remember being afraid to start this thing called cake business because I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea what I was meant to do. I did not know anything about cake business, but I just started learning and I grew my business where it was before I relocated to the United Kingdom. Now coming to the United Kingdom again, I had to start all over again. So it was like taking a baby. It's like when someone has been like bed bound for long, let me not say bed bound, but when somebody has not been able to do something for a very long time and you come back again and then you're starting, maybe you've been sick for a while and you're just trying to learn how to walk again, trying to learn how to eat, trying to learn how to talk. So that's how the experience has been for me so far. So one thing I want to share, or some few tips I want to share. Thank you for the hearts. I see them. Thank you so very much for the hearts. Please, if you can engage with me in the comments, let me know. Just let me know where you're joining me from, your name or your key business name, and where you're joining me from. I'd like to know and give you a special shout out and a special welcome. So thank you to all four of you right now. You're amazing. I hope that other people will join us. So for my business so far, one thing I would say is keep an open mind. Like you would have fears, you would have worries, you would have concerns, you would have thousands of questions, which are all valid. If you feel any particular way, if you have to start your cake business again, or if you have to, probably you shut down for it. Now, this doesn't even have to do with relocation alone. Happy to see you, Theodora. Doesn't have to do with relocation alone. When I mean starting afresh, I mean relocation from one country to another, relocation from one state to another, relocation from one city to another, relocation, not relocation, I mean starting your cake business again. Maybe you've been off business for a while, probably you got married and you're starting a family and you had to take a break to take care of your kids. So starting again, I remember when I had I think my first daughter, I took a break, or was it the second one? I took a break before starting the cake business again. So this applies whatsoever. And I want to tell you that if you have fears, if you have concerns, starting your cake business all over again, in whatever capacity, relocation, marriage, studies, moving from one house to another, whatever, and you had to take a break in your cake business and you're starting again. Hi, Dorcas from Nasarawa in Nigeria. Thank you so much, Dorcas. One thing is, know that your fears are valid, and commend yourself for that. So if you have fears, you have concerns, know that they're valid. I also had my fears, I also had my concerns, but the thing that was topmost in my mind was about relocating. So I really wasn't bothered about. I had my concerns. How will I start again? How will I get customers? How do I understand if the weather is favorable for my recipes, like my buttercream recipes? Oh, Crystal Swill. Wow, that's a beautiful name. Okay, so I was thinking, would my recipes work here? Would my fondant recipe, would my buttercream recipe work here? Would my cake recipes work here? How would I get customers? How would I get people to know me? There was so many questions in my mind. I had fears, I had concerns as well. But the overriding thing for me was just starting again. I really wanted to start my cake business again. And I thought immediately I land here, I'm going to just start doing my cake business because, of course, I thought, or in my mind, the plan was to start my cake business so that I'll be able to raise income to support my husband, and take care of the bills as well, pending when we get good jobs. So your fears, your concerns, your worries, they are all valid. They're all valid. It's normal for you to go through those emotions. It's normal for you to go through that season. The second thing is to keep an open mind. So keep an open mind that whatever it is, whatever it takes, you would be committed to it. So I did not know how I was going to get customers. I did not know how I was going to deal with people who were not people that I was used to. So buying things, getting customers that were not Nigerians, I was very comfortable with that. And that was one thing that made me, when I came here, in the first set of hashtags that I was using on my business on Instagram, I would put Nigerians living in the UK, Nigerians in the United Kingdom. I was using hashtags like that because I think I felt comfortable, more comfortable with dealing with people that I already knew. But I would say right now that that's not even a good idea. So keep your mind open. If you're relocating from one place to another, know that you're leaving your former customers or the old customers behind. You're leaving them behind and you're starting all over again. You're starting things afresh. You're starting your business new. You're starting your business again. Okay, so just keep your mind open and don't put yourself in a box. See how you can reach out to as many people as you can. See how you can bring a variety of products. See how you can learn. So that's the third point I'll share. When I came here, I had a plan to enroll for a class, which I did immediately I got here. So I got here in June, and the following month, I had gone for a class, which I have on my channel here. I shared the experience as well. Then I'd not even known my left from my right. I did not know what it would take, but then I'd already started going out to the shops or to the malls, to the stores to see what ingredients they had there, where I could shop for my cake ingredients and everything. So the thing is, number three, have a plan. What's your plan? What's priority for you as well? So, like I said, my plan was to start my cake business afresh. And so I wanted to learn from someone who has been here, who knows obviously, who knows it better than I do, because I don't even know anything when it comes here. Although I've researched and I've asked a bit about cake prices. So familiarize yourself with the environment. Don't be in a rush to start. Okay, do not be in a rush. In my own case, I think like I was in a rush, so to say in quotes, not in a rush because I just wanted to start, but because it was a way for me to gain or to get income. All right. So that was one thing that made me want to start my cake business immediately. I wanted to start raising income to take care of the bills. But so have a plan. Is your plan to work first before you start your cake business? Is your plan to start a cake business immediately? Is your plan to whatever it is, just have something written out. So for me, I had a plan, and I've shared this a couple of times on my YouTube channel. I had a plan to learn from someone who's been here, and that informed me taking a class immediately I arrived to the UK. So putting myself in a box means limiting my business. True. So don't limit your business. Don't say I want to sell to Nigerians and Nigerians alone. I want to sell to Congolese or those from my nationality alone. Be open, spread your tentacles, try and reach as many people as possible. Now, if you move, before I forget this, let me just say it, if you move from one place to another, the goal is not just starting your cake business, but the goal is to gain visibility. The goal is to build your KLT. So you build your know, like, and trust factors. So that was one thing for me. And that's one thing for me right now. How do I get as many people as I can to see me, to see my business, to see in quote, like, know that there's a business like this in town. So you need to work on visibility for yourself. And that's one thing also that informed me staying online, creating content, even when I was not baking. I had not started baking, but I was doing cake videos, cake business related content. Both the ones I had to do with educational videos that were educational based, those that were motivation based, inspiration based, those that were just for laughs, entertaining or entertainment. I was just putting out content there. So that's it for me. Visibility is at the core. Now, like I said, have a plan. And then the fourth thing I would say is understand what works. So understand the environment, wherever you're coming from. The case of having to move from one country to another, you would need to understand a couple of things. Where do I buy my, thanks for the nose, Crystal Bakery. Where do I buy my ingredients around? How do they price their cakes here? What is the pricing like? How do I price my cakes? Where do I shop for what? Who can I learn from? So these are the things that you want to do to help yourself or to help your cake business. Know what works, the weather, how is it like? Recently I learned how to make ganache, and I think that works fantastic. So I just had this myth or had this fear long before now that I can't work with ganache. I cannot do anything with ganache. I'm looking at my time because I don't want to stay long. So I was like, I can't. What's this thing about ganache? It's like when I was starting to use, please hit the like button as well. Please, if you're watching, make sure you hit the like button, okay? Hit the like button so that the video will get to as many people that need to see it. So one of my fears before using SMBC was like this first thing is too light and I can't use it. I can't use this first thing. So I was afraid of it. And that was how it was for me when it came to using ganache. I did not understand anything about it. I just knew that it was white chocolate or melted chocolate, but how to make it, I did not know. And how to use it, I did not know, but I'm learning now. And it's just all these things just have to do with your mind and your mindset. So I had my fears, but I've learned how to use it. Now, that's one thing that is popularly used in these climes. It's not like they don't use it back at home, but you rarely find that back, at least where I'm coming from. Nigeria, ganache is not really a thing. People use it, yes, they use it for their crumb coating and everything, but using it to cover cakes, I don't know. Or maybe I can count on my fingers how many bakers were using it then. But here is a thing, and I had to learn it. So that's one thing you want to do. Understand what works in your environment. Number five, the fifth tip, I believe is number five, is don't stop showing up. Don't stop showing up. I had, when I was starting again, thankfully my business is beginning to pick up again. And let me inject this before I go to the fifth point. Don't be tempted to compare yourself with anybody at all. Please don't do that to yourself. Please hit the like button. Thank you for the like. Please hit the like button and react, okay? Don't be tempted to compare yourself with anybody. I know people that came here at the same time as I did who are probably, I've not looked out for them. I know that there'll be people like that exist whose business are booming, whose businesses are flourishing, whose businesses are already, they've already picked up and they're already doing great things, selling to customers, growing the businesses, selling a variety of products. I can't compare myself with anybody. Why? Because I'm me, my business is my business, and my race is different. So my speed is different from their speed. My plans are different from their plans. My timeline is different from their timeline. My situation is different from their situation. I am a mom, a wife, and I have kids I have to take care of. I have a job as well. It's different from somebody who relocated here at the same time as I did, who is not married, who is still single, who was probably studying and still has the luxury of, has enough time to do a lot of things. You cannot compare your race to anybody's. Okay, so please do not be tempted to do that. Don't do that. It's not good for your health. It's not good for your mental health. It's not good for your emotional. It's just going to drain you because you just keep looking at the other person and use that person to measure your own success or to measure yourself as a yardstick. Using that person as a yardstick for yourself. And the fifth point, like I was saying, is this: don't stop showing up. Before my business started picking up, I had inquiries. People were seeing me. Of course, I was showing up. I was putting out content. I was using hashtags. I was doing my best in the way that I knew how to do best, given the limited time that I have. Like I said, I have a 9 to 5. My former job was such that I had to travel 2 hours to work and then 2 hours back. So most of my life was spent, not most of my life. So yeah, most of my time during the day was dedicated to going to work, being at work, and then coming back from work. Imagine having to wake up at maybe 5, and then I'm out because I have to be there by before 8. And then I leave around 6-ish, and I'm getting home around 8-ish. And then I'm coming back and I'm attending to the kids, doing all of those other things that I need to do. So don't stop showing up. I understand that times our lives are different, our stories are different, and the faces are different, but don't stop showing up. That's one thing that helps me. I did not stop showing up. I was showing up, I was using hashtags, I was recycling old cake pictures, I was using hashtags. And then, like I said, I was not keeping myself in a box. I was not doing that Nigerians in the United Kingdom anymore, or Nigerian moms in UK. I was not doing that. I left my options open, and I've had inquiries from everywhere, from um people that live here, people that are not blacks. I've had a lot of inquiries. But one thing with I had as a challenge was the pricing. So people were coming and then they were not willing to, pay the price. People were, ghosting me. So I had that challenge as well. But it did not stop me from showing up. There were days that I felt discouraged and I'm like, what's happening? Good day, Amara. Welcome to the live session. So there were days that I was just like, what's happening? You'll be talking to someone or you will give a prize and then you not just hear from them again. But those things, I did not allow them phase me. I continued showing up and I continued being myself. All right. So don't show up and get people to know you, to like you, and to trust you. So I've done cakes for a couple of persons. And when they give me, I go back to them, they give me their reviews. I try to share it online so that other people can see and do business with me. I've also learned to be flexible with my pricing. So I started my pricing journey immediately I got here. The first month I arrived here, when our host used to take us out then for shopping, when we go to the stores or the malls to shop, I had, let me see if I can find the notes. So I don't look like I'm just telling you stories. Let me see if I can find it. I started putting down the prices of ingredients. When I go out for shopping, I check what story. I'm just trying to get it on my phone. I'll check what's the price of egg, price of cake. Let me see if I can get anything like that. So pricing, I was writing them down, taking notes of all of them. I started price a crate of egg, how much does it cost? Or a pack of eggs, how much does it cost? Milk, how much does it cost? I was writing it down in my notes. Sorry, I'm just trying to find this thing. I'm not sure I can, but this is the phone I was using then. So I had things listed. I had things listed whereby I could just easily search for things. So we'll go shopping and I'm walking around the malls and I'm making videos. If I can type, I can type. And then when I get home, based on the knowledge I had off of my pricing method, then back in Nigeria, I was pricing. And then I also reached out to a couple of persons who explained some things to me as well. But now I had to now go back. When I started having challenges with people ghosting me, I not wanting to pay the price, I had to go back to the drawing board. I had to take a pricing class, and I can say for now, I am okay. So, one thing I adopted was flexibility in my pricing. Right now, I'm flexible with my pricing, but I will not go beyond a certain stage. So, that's what pricing, knowing your pricing or the prices of your cake product helps you with. You are able to know your benchmark. Your benchmark is a price or a cake price you cannot go beyond or below. Okay, so have a benchmark. Know, for example, for me here, I can say I cannot go beyond a certain price, maybe like 130 for this price of cake. There's nothing you can tell me that will make me go below that price, but also be flexible and let them know this is the actual price, this is the standard price, and I'm going to do it for you this time. But after now, please, I'm going to be charging the right thing. So that's one thing you want to do. And that's how my journey has been so far. Like I said, thankfully, I'm getting back on track and my business is growing and gaining visibility, gaining trust. Like I said, your KLT factor, you need to build it. You need to get people to know you, to like your products, to like your service, to like you as a person, and also to trust you that when you say you will deliver, then you will deliver. So this is what I want to share on this live. And I want to thank you for joining me. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the chat box. I think there's a chat box right here at the base of the screen. You can ask your questions and I would attend to them. Also, I put out a post I put out a post on my community tab asking what you wanted to learn out of a cake recipe. And thank you very much. Out of learning a cake recipe and also a cake filling. And I think cake filling got the votes. So I would make a cake filling video and I would share with all of you. I'll share with you all. I also have some books here. I feel like I can share a recipe. I don't know if that's okay, but let's see how it goes. If you have any questions, please, based on this, I'll be wrapping up shortly because I don't want to make this video very long. It's already long, 20 minutes long, but please don't forget to hit the like button. If you watch this video, if you're watching live now, please hit the like button. And also if you're joining us for the replay, if you're watching this replay, also please hit the like button. If you have any questions, you can ask me. I will answer in the next couple of minutes before we call it a day. And if you want more of these live videos, please let me know. If you have topic suggestions as well, you can also drop them in the comments and I will check and let you know. All right. So thank you very, very much for joining me. I'm just waiting like a minute or two. If there are no questions, then we can call it a day. But thank you once again for joining me. I am so excited. I'm so delighted that this was a success. And it wasn't as difficult as I thought. So sorry, I'm just trying to look for that pricing thing I talked about. Let's see if I can find it. Mm, let's see if I can find it. No, this is the one I had from Nigeria. This price list from Nigeria. I can't find it, but I know that I was taking down the prices of my of products when I arrived here. Any questions? If there are no questions, I'll be ending in the next couple of seconds. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you in my next one. All right. Okay, thank you so much, and bye.